A blessed day to all of you. I'm your Kuya Gab, your proctor for today's video. So for now, I will teach you how to evaluate the limits using the rational, radical, and the polynomial function. So let's start. So let's begin with evaluating the limits with the use of polynomial function. So the polynomial function is a function that can be expressed in the form of a polynomial. A polynomial is generally presented as p of x, where the degree is the is the highest power of the variable of p of x, and it is known as the very important, as it tells us about the behavior of the function p of x. When x becomes very large, the domain of a polynomial function is entire real numbers. So, for our example in getting the limits of polynomial function, I have a given of limits of 4x cubed minus 5x squared plus 9, where x approaches to 2. So, the first step na kailangan natin gawin is direct substitution, where yung x is isa-substitute lang natin siya into 2. So, 4 times 2 raised to 3 minus 5 times 2 raised to 2 and plus 9. So, the next is magmamapping lang tayo. So, 4 2 cube could be 8 minus 5 2 times 2 is 4 since naka-squared siya. So 4 plus 9. So 4 times 8 could be 32, and 5 times 4 is 20. Since negative siya, kasi sa multiplication is negative, negative times positive will be still negative. Operation natin dito is negative 20. So, plus 9. So, 32 minus 20, it will be 12 plus 9 is equal to 21. So, for our limit, number 1 is equal to 21. Let's proceed in evaluating the limits using rational function. So, the rational function is a function that can be expressed as a ratio of two polynomials where the denominator is not the zero polynomials. It means that it takes the form of f of x is equal to p of x over q of x, where the p of x and q of x are both polynomials, and the the denominator will be not hindi siya equal sa 0. So for our example in evaluating the rational function, I have here the limit of 1 over 1 minus x minus 3 over 1 minus x cubed, where x approaches to 1. So as you can see, meron tayong dalawang fraction, and they are not the same denominator. So, ano ba yung una natin gagawin dyan? So, the first thing we need to do is to get the LCD of the denominator. Since they are not the same na sinishare, ang magiging LCD nila, which is their product. So, 1 minus x times 1 minus x cube. So since ito ay naka-cube, pwede natin siyang i-expand. So 1 plus x squared. Pwede siyang maging ganyan since pwede siyang ma-expand. Ano ba yung gagawin natin? Asan natin ito i-multiply para yung LCD niya is maging ganito. Okay, sulat na natin. 1 over 1 minus x. So saan natin pwedeng i-multiply si 1 minus x para makuha niya yung product na to? Dito natin siya pwede i-multiply. So times 1 plus x squared. Ayan. So kung ano yung ginawa natin sa denominator, yun din yung i-multiply natin sa numerator. So 1 times 1 plus x squared. Okay, minus 3 over, since ito ay in-expand na natin, magiging ganito na siya. 1 plus x cube. So, ano yung pwede nating i-multiply para yung product niya is maging ganito? So, we have to multiply it sa 1 minus x. So, dito, pwede natin siyang hindi i-multiply sa numerator since they have the same denominator naman na. So, ang gagawin na lang natin is to combine. So, solve muna natin to. Solve muna natin to. So, 1 times 1 could be 1. 1 times x could be x. So 1 times x squared could be x squared. The same lang sila. And then minus 3 over, copy the denominator, 1 minus x and 1 plus times 1 plus x squared is equal to 1 minus 3 negative 2 plus x squared. Then copy the denominator, 1 minus x plus x squared. So ayusin natin siya since kailangan ng x squared is nasa pinakaunahan. So lipat natin, x squared plus x minus 2 over 1 minus x times 1 plus x squared. So as you can see, pwede natin i-factor out yung numerator. Bale, ang magiging factor niya is x plus 2. Dito na natin sa gilid. X plus 2 and then x minus 1 over 1 minus x then 1 plus x plus x squared. So, para makancel natin itong numerator and denominator, i-multiply natin ito sa negative. Yan. So, negative times negative could be positive. Plus 2. Negative times negative will be positive. And negative times positive will be negative. So, magiging positive na yung 1 natin. And then yung x natin is magiging negative. Bale, copy the denominator. Times 1 plus x plus y squared. So, dito, pwede na tayong mag-cancel out. So, pwede natin itong i-cancel para ang matitira is x plus 2 over 1 plus x plus y squared. So, the next step na gagawin natin is pwede na tayong mag-direct substitution. So, dito na natin lalagay sa taas. Copy na natin. X plus 2. And then, 1 plus x plus x squared. X to. Ba't naging y? Yan. X squared. Yan. So, substitute natin since ang x natin is approaches to 1. So, the x is papalitan natin ng 1 is 2 and then 1 plus yung x papalitan natin ng 1 plus 1 squared. So, 1 plus 2 could be 3. 1 plus 1 is 2 times plus 1 is 3. So here, nakalimutan ko palang ilagay yung negative since nag-multiply tayo dito ng negative. So, ito dapat is magiging negative na. And bali ito is negative. So 3 over 3 is equal to 1, negative 1. So our limit is negative 1. And now, let's proceed to the last function, which is the radical function, or evaluating the limits of radical function. So, a radical function is a mathematical function that contains a variable within a radical compression. Most commonly, ito ay square root. Yan. So, para mas maintindihan nyo, magbibigay ako ng example. So, for our example, I'm evaluating the radical function. I have here the given of limits of x squared minus 1 over square root of x minus 1, where x approaches to 1. So, dito kasi hindi tayo pwede mag-substitute since kapag sinubstitute natin to, hindi natin agad ma-determine or magiging 0 yung limit natin. So, the first thing to do, since ito ay since ang denominator is naka-radical or may radical side, kailangan natin mag-conjugate. So, is equal to x squared minus 1 over square root of x minus 1. So, ito, ang conjugate ng denominator natin is square root of x plus 1. Tapos, i-multiply din natin siya sa numerator. So, square root of x plus 1. So, it could be x squared minus 1 times square root of x plus 1. So, denominator natin is the product of different. So, pwede natin siyang i-shortcut na lang. Sorry. So, square root of x times square root of x is x. Negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. Since ito ay naka-squared, pwede pa natin siyang i-expand as x plus 1 and then x minus 1, then times square root of x plus 1 over x minus 1. As you can see, pwede tayo mag-cancel out dito sa numerator and denominator since parehas ito ng value. So, cancel. Ang matitira is x plus 1 multiply by square root of x plus 1. So, the next step na pwede natin gawin is to substitute na. So, 1 plus 1 times square root of 1 plus 1. So, 1 plus 1 will be 2. And then, square root of 1 plus 1 is 2. So, 2 times 2 is 4. So, our limit is 4. So that's all for my lesson today, and I hope you learned something new on my discussion. I want you to remember this special quote. Mathematics doesn't just about solving. It also creates possibilities, and also it is a bridges for imaginations into a reality. That's all. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.